If you can actually solve this chemistry question I'm about to show you in organic chemistry, that simply means you're actually ready for this upcoming JAM exam. But if you can't, then you want to watch this video to the end to learn. I want you to look at these organic compounds, right? And in all honesty, this compound looks bulky, but then it's actually very, very easy. I'm going to break it down for you. Now, the first thing that, if you could recall your taught in organic chemistry, is to identify the longest chain. Once you're able to identify the longest chain, you have just simplified the whole issues, right? Now, how do we identify the longest chain? Firstly, you need to identify which parent group is this organic compound coming from, which homologous series is it really carrying, that is that will determine the family is coming from, right? Now, this particular organic compound is actually from alkene family, right? Simply because it's having a double bond in the structure. That simply means this particular double bond is what helps us to understand that is coming from an alkene family, right? So when you already know it's coming from an alkene family, what is the parent name in itself? And that would be determined by the number of carbon it's carrying, right? And that is why you have to determine the longest chain, right? Now, how do you determine the longest chain? The first thing you need to have in mind is you want to give the carbon carrying this double bond the possible lowest number. That is what you are having as priority in your mind. So, right now, once you already have that in your mind, you want to just do the numbering from any side to see if you are going to be giving these two carbon the possible lowest number. Now, how many chain or how many long chain can you determine from this compound? The first thing is you can count like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? You can also choose to count from here backward, right? You can choose to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? But then that will actually be wrong because you'll be giving this carbon that is not carrying the double bond the possible lowest number 2. So practically starting from here is wrong, right? And okay, what if you start from this side? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That is not the possible longest chain you can get from this particular compound. So apparently, starting from this side seems to be the best alternative for us. I want to believe that is clear. Now, once you understand that, you'll be giving this carbon carrying this double bond 2 and 3, right? That is copied. Fantastic. Now, the next thing you want to determine again is how many substituents is attached to this particular compound, right? What are some substituents? Substituents are just groups that are attached to the main chain of the organic compounds. Now, we have this as 1. It's a substituent. What is this substituent? This is CH3. And this is what? Methyl, right? This is another substituent attached. This is also what? CH3, methyl. So practically we have two substituents attached to this particular chain, which are in carbon 2 and also carbon 3. Now, how do we then name? How do we then name? That is where the major challenge is. But with this breakdown that I've done, you should actually be easy. Now let's do the naming. So here we have 2, 3, dimethyl, right? Because they have 2 methyl, so that's 2, 3 dimethyl. What do we have? 2, 3 dimethyl pent 2-ene. Now, do you understand how we got 2, 3 dimethyl? But you might not understand how we got 2 pentone-ene. Now, this is how we got pentone-ene. Look at this. This is the ene. The ene there is the double bond because it's coming from an alkene family. So, and it's attached, the bond is in between 2 and 3. So, you have to definitely identify the lowest number there, which is 2. You cannot say pent 3 because the first carbon here is 2. So, it's actually pent 2-ene, right? I want to believe that is clear. Now, you cannot go without taking the question. Now, you can just solve this and drop your answer in the comment section. Now, how do you name this compound? Let me try here. You have something like this. So, here's the compound, which is also from the same family this is coming from. So, name this organic compound, drop in the comment section your answer. If you want to know organic chemistry question like this, you want to drop in the comment section, yes, I want to know. And we are going to create more for you. Right? Remember, former playlist category cover. If you like this, you want to see on the timeline, remember to save, share, and follow for more.